Hey everybody, this is World War Guy here today, and today we're going to look at the two different countries who used the Adrian helmet, the French and the Belgians. Now in 1915, the French developed the first modern combat helmet, or the first steel helmet, which is the Adrian helmet, which was developed by, I forgot his name, but it was a colonel, I believe, or General something Adrian. Basically it was named after him because he came up with the design. And so this was the main helmet for the French army throughout the First World War. Now, many other countries developed their own, such as England. You know, they had the Brodie helmet. The Germans had their M16 helmets. The Austro-Hungarians kind of developed their own, but they bought a lot from Germany. But a lot of other countries didn't really have time or didn't really care to develop their own, so they bought helmets from other countries, such as the Adrian helmet, which was widely popular with many European countries. You have countries such as Russia, Belgium, I believe Serbia, Romania. Italy had their own version of one. I'm sure there's some other countries I'm missing on, but they all adopted the Adrian helmet for the First World War and even interwar period. And so now we're going to look at the difference of what did the Belgians do to make their helmets unique from the French. So you can see here the French, their uniforms were horizon blue, and so their helmets were the same. They were the same horizon blue, and that was their color. While the Belgians, they had more khaki uniforms. Of course, in the beginning of the war, they had these like navy blue, dark blue wool uniforms, and then they changed it, I believe in late 1915, early 1916 to like a khaki green color, just kind of like the British soldiers. So they painted their helmets about the same color, like this brownish greenish color, and that was the paint they used. The French, for their badges, as you can see, there's badges on the front. The French, for whatever reason, it makes sense, though I understand, they wanted badges to represent what unit you were in, or I guess what job you were in. So you had infantry, you had light infantry, you had artillery, you had medical, you had engineers, you had naval, colonial infantry, and so on. So you had a whole bunch of different badges that would be on the helmet, so you could easily see what this person belonged to, if they're infantry, artillery, light infantry, and so on. The Belgians, on the other hand, they didn't give a rat's ass, and they just put the lion on there, which is the Belgians' national animal. And so they just put the lion on there, and they're like, that's good, that's pretty good enough, which, I guess. And then on the inside, it was pretty much the exact same. The Belgians didn't change much from the French. Quick note, this helmet was made in the 1920s, which is very identical to the World War I ones, but I believe the liners are slightly different, so just keep that in mind. But as you can see here, the French, they had their regular liners. They had these kind of sheet metals on the inside that would kind of distribute the, I guess, shock waves for if you got hit in the head. And then you had the same flimsy type of chin strap in leather. While the Belgians, they basically had the exact same thing. They might have had their own modifications. Again, this is one made in the 20s, so it's slightly different. Two-piece, you have the sweatband and then the tongues, while this is all one piece. But they still had the same flimsy chin strap. They still had the sort of sheet metal to distribute the shock when hit in the head, and that's about it. During World War I, the Belgians bought helmets from France, so they didn't produce their own. So a lot of these helmets, not this one, but other Adrian helmets from the Belgian army, were actually produced in France, painted the horizon blue, and then shipped over to Belgium. When Belgium received the helmets, they probably received them without badges, so they put on their badge on there, they painted their proper color, and then they issued it to their soldiers. And that's basically the same with the other countries, such as Russia, Serbia, some Italians, so on. They received helmets from France in this color, and then they'd change either maybe the liner or the color or the badge and so on. But that's how you can tell the difference between a French and a Belgian Adrian helmet. It's basically by the color and the badge. Those are going to be the two easiest ways to tell the difference. I hope this video was informative. I hope you guys like these videos of Adrian helmets, because as you can see, there was another video of a difference of World War I and World War II Adrian helmets. But if you did, drop a like, write a comment, share the video, subscribe to my channel to see more cool videos. But besides that, you guys have a great day.